Hey, scrappers and recyclers, had some interesting things in the boxes I've been picking up from that business that's shutting down. Unfortunate circumstances, but they're doing the right thing by trying to get as much of the electronics and other materials recycled as possible. Anyway, there's some of these. These are obviously security cameras. So, of course, they could make, really cool eyes for a little robot thing or whatever. But let's dive into one and see what's inside here. Come on, let's dive in. All right, let's get the antenna off of here first. Now, some of you may want to try to get the brass or the copper. There might be a thin line of copper. There may be brass in here. I'm just going to throw that in with my shred. Let's see now. We've got Torx. All right. That's all just plastic. So I have spent some time talking with the folks at my yard about how they do insulated copper wire. That's going to be a number 3. It's mostly insulation, a couple tiny strands in there. So they're basically going 1, 2, and 3 for the insulated copper wire. Now, we have to figure out how to get this casing opened up. That's not it. Gonna get the dental pick out here and see if there's screws underneath of these rubber things. Yes, there are. So there's a screw underneath each one of these little rubber things. These dental picks, you can get a set of these off of Amazon or eBay. I may even have a link to that in my Amazon store. I had somebody ask me about tools that I use, and most of the tools that I use, I try to keep them on my Amazon store so that you can very easily find them. And of course, I'm an affiliate, so I would get a commission out of that, and I greatly appreciate it if you do that. Or you can just go down to your local hardware store, whatever works for you. All right, little tiny Phillips here. We'll get these loosened up, and then we'll see if I can use some driver power. Nope, that don't want to work. Yeah, no, you all can't see that, can you? It's very hard for me to keep it stable like this so that you can see me unscrew it. So I'm just going to unscrew it, and then we'll get back to it. One of those screws does not want to come out, so we may have to get a little tough with it. All right. There we go. So we have this part of the imaging set, and then we have another board back there. So let's take a look at this part first. Four little screws around the outside, 2 there. Lots of unscrewing on this. This is the new Kaiweets model. I really like this tool. And there is a link to the Kaiweets site that you can follow. I get a commission from that too. I only become an affiliate or talk about the tools that I use and like. So, if I'm recommending a tool to you, it's because I've used it and I like it. All right, this is all just plastic here. So we have the lens part here, And we'll get that unscrewed. You're too big. All right. Now then, we'll get that little tiny wire off there. That's definitely going to be number 3 insulated. And then we have the little lens part, so I'm going to throw that in with the shred. There isn't much you can do with that. Then we have a nice little tiny board here. This nice little chip here, and I can see gold bonding wires in it. And then we have some other MLCCs and an IC there. So I'm going to put this in with the peripheral high grades. All right, now down inside of this, there's another board and there's some heat sink. Let's see here. No, a lot of hand unscrewing on this one. And they're in really bad shape, these screws. They're really corroded, jammed in there. Got 2 of the 3 so far. I don't know, this is quickly becoming a taking too much time kind of scrap. Now, if you're a hobbyist, this is beautiful because you just love to scrap things and it doesn't matter how long it takes. But for a business, taking too much time is the wrong answer. All right, so we got that part out of the way. Now we can get to the board itself, and there's some tiny little screws on the board. So we'll go back to the Kaiweets here. And that's working just fine. There we go, we got the board out of there. And some wire. Heatsink. How do you want to come out? Like that. All right. And we're going to get that gold plated material off of the back there. That's going to be number 3 insulated right there. Do not eat that. That's desiccant. That will kill you. Don't let your pets eat it either. All right. Get this wire off of here. This is also just going to be number 3 insulated. At least according to my yard. Most yards have some sort of category for really lower grade kind of insulated wire. So we have a little chunk of ferrite. And then we have the low grade insulated. We're going to get these brass screw posts out of the aluminum heatsink here. So those are nice brass posts. And they come out really easy. All right, aluminum heatsink. And nice little board here. It's got a nice flat pack IC kind of thing going here. Mars chip. Lots of, oh, look at that. There's even a tiny little gold edge crystal oscillator there. Lots of MLCCs and chips around both sides of this. Let's see, what do we have here? I want to see what's underneath of that shield, just for the fun of it. Oh, just a whole bunch more tiny little chips. So I'm going to throw that in with my peripheral high grades because it's pretty densely populated for its size. Well, I've got quite a few more of these. Man, I don't know. I was kind of fiddly getting into that, and all I got was a couple of really small peripheral high-grade boards out of it. They barely weigh anything at all, and an aluminum heatsink. So I don't know. This, for now, these are going into the bucket as I find them, and I'll make a decision at some point what I'm going to do with these things. In the meantime, while I continue to sort through all of this, why don't you all check out these videos that are popping up on either side of me, and the great big round thing that's to help you to subscribe in case you haven't already. Doesn't cost you a penny, and you won't miss a single episode of Shark Scrapper. Have a good one, y'all.